Here we are. It's Friday, and we're going to do the last of the seven grandfather teachings today. And before I say anything else, just in case you missed it in one of the first videos, the first of the seven, I do not speak Anishinaabe I do not have my Ojibwe language. Thank colonialism and a whole bunch of things for that. My mom, I shared that in a video that when we tried cornering her and getting her to tell us how to say something in Indian, which is how we would have put it back then, she would literally panic and say, "I'm not allowed to teach you this," which kind of sums up the Indigenous experience in Canada. My mom was born in 1927, and I was born in 1964. So we're talking about the 70s when she would have been saying things like this. So I pray that if there are speakers, Ojibwe speakers that are watching these videos, that I'm not making your ears bleed. I think it's important that we try, and I try to use Anishinaabe language and words as often as I can. These ones are new. I gotta admit, I kind of watched videos and practiced pronouncing them before I did it. So today we are talking about the last one as far as Treaty 3 is concerned, my treaty area. We are talking about wisdom. Wait till you hear their interpretation of it. It so resonates with me. We are talking about Nibwaakaawin, wisdom. Let's talk about it. Bonjour, Mishko Paganan, Quain edition of Cosmondodam. Hi, everybody. My name is Sandy Boucher. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan, a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Treaty 3 territory in Northern Ontario. And as I mentioned, today we're talking about the last of the seven grandfather teachings as far as Seven Generations Educational Institution in Treaty 3 territory is concerned. This is their interpretations. You can find the information on their website. Treaty 3 is my home turf. Uh, I swear everyone there sounds like my grandma. And so the way they interpret things often deeply resonates with me. I also love how concise and blunt they are, which is totally my personality. Now I see where I get it. It's blood memory, or at least that's the excuse I'm using. So today we're looking at Nibwaakaawin, wisdom. According to Seven Generations Educational Institution in Treaty 3, Nibwaakaawin means, are you ready for this? This is like to live with vision. Okay, you might be new to my channel. I'm going to give you that. But if you're not new to my channel, you know that living with vision is everything to me. I have a vision of a reconciled Canada. I have a vision of what that relationship will look like, and it has been my driving force for the last 15 years and the reason I started my own business. So to live with vision, literally of everything, a vision of how my day is going to go, a vision of how a conversation is going to go, a vision of how my year is going to go. Everything. Envisioning is my life. So Nibwaakaawin, wisdom, to live with vision. And I love that through that Indigenous worldview, through the Anishinaabe worldview, it is wise to live with vision. Because seriously, how are you going to hit a target if you don't know what the target is, right? And that illusion, that stereotype that it's just go with the flow. No, that's not what it means. We know winter's coming. We're preparing for winter. We're envisioning that. We know spring is coming. We're envisioning that. Right? We're envisioning our relationships. The fact that we don't try to control is what that laid back attitude is about. Not that we don't have vision. And on top of that, let's talk about internalized oppression much. If Indigenous people are having trouble envisioning a prosperous or a healthy life, geez, I wonder why. I wonder where they would have got that. Canada? Can you say Canada? You know what I mean. So now, what are we looking at? Oh, so remember I told you the story of the elder that said lead with love and put love as the first of the seven grandfather teachings. According to the Thunder Bay Indigenous Friendship Center, which is in the 1850 Robinson Superior Treaty area, wisdom is the first of the seven grandfather teachings. So, Nibwaakaawin. I like that word. I'm going to keep saying that. Nibwaakaawin. Wisdom. To cherish knowledge is to know wisdom. To acquire more knowledge by being open to others and to apply these teachings to your own life. It is also the ability to value your own knowledge and to share it with others. Like that is wisdom. I'm sorry, that got me very excited. Because think of our elders who, as Indigenous people, we so value our elders and consider them so wise. It's because of the knowledge they carry and the fact that they're brave enough to share it, brave enough for the benefit of us all. The other thing that really plays into this is how much we value lived experience. Remember what Treaty 3, which one was it? Nibwaakaawin, truth, to live and speak only to the extent you have lived or experienced, to speak only to the extent you have lived or experienced, right? That's you're speaking your truth, but you're being wise to do it. So in wisdom, Nibwaakaawin. That was amazing. I hope you enjoyed that little insight into my world because I want to be that person. I want to be that person that is brave and honest and humble and truthful, who leads with love. I forgot one. Which one did I forget? Respectful, wisdom, duty, brave, honest. Ha! Did I forget humility? That is very bad, Sandy, considering how often I preach it. I live humility. I am so grateful every single day for everything this life has brought me. And I've said for years, if my journey was to come to an end like tomorrow, and I don't mean to freak people out by that, but if it was to come to an end in the near future, I have zero regrets. I have had the most amazing journey. I passed my dreams 5 years ago. I had to create better visions because Creator had better visions for me. And I mean, if you think less of yourself, if you think that you can't achieve great things, I hope you understand that's because some human made you believe that. And that's got absolutely nothing to do with what your God or creator has in store for you. So don't give more power to some human who's on their own healing journey. And it's probably saying those things because they got hurt. That doesn't make it true. Right? Your value doesn't have to be validated by someone else. It's validated by Creator. It's validated by the fact you breathe and you are here. You were sent here because you're needed. You got to own that and quit putting energy into worrying about that stuff. You got other things to do. You got people to teach. You got people to nurture, and because we need each other. And you got a planet to help take care of because that's super important too. Now, I do have a podcast that I am doing tomorrow. I'm trying to remember what I'm talking about. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. I don't usually give a sneak peek on my podcast, but today I'm going to. We talked about teachings for the last week. I gave you the rest of the seven grandfather teachings. There is one teaching that my mom gave me. It is a Anishinaabe teaching, but I learned it from my mom. That like it's end all be all everything. they're all super important, and I try to live and breathe every single teaching every single day. But this is the one that keeps me on my path. This is the one that keeps me from going off on a tangent. This is the one that grounds me over and over. I'm going to ignore my phone. I should have put that on silent. And I really wanted to share that with you because I thought, again, the year's coming to an end. This is the last podcast for 2023. If I can share with you a teaching that maybe you do want to adopt, not because it's a Anishinaabe teaching, but just because it makes sense to you, then maybe you can have a much better year next year, because I know I'm going to. I hope that makes sense. I hope you check out my podcast tomorrow. I hope you appreciated the videos this week. I think I'm going back to enjoying my vacay now. I love you. Take care. Bye bye.